Namaste yogis, Shannon here from Practice Indie with a chair flow today. So this is for anyone who's either a beginner, maybe you're brand new to yoga or physical fitness, or perhaps you're at the office and you're limited by your range of motion in the clothes that you're wearing. Maybe you only have a couple of minutes and a chair. So this is hopefully accessible to all bodies, all levels, and all you need is a chair. So we'll begin by sitting in our chair. If you have a rolly chair, make sure that you're able to bump it up against a wall or have a way that later on you can stabilize it. So find yourself seated and scoot yourself so that you are sitting at the edge of the chair and knees are over ankles, feet are flat. Let's have the palms facing downward. Find as lengthened a spine as you can. And then go ahead and close the eyes. So take a few moments here to ground and center. Take a deep breath in. And a big breath out. Feel your feet in the floor. Feel your seat in the chair. And feel the crown of your head lengthening to the ceiling. Deep breath in. And big breath out. On your next inhale, open your eyes. Take your right hand to the back of your chair, your left hand to your right knee. Your left knee might come forward as you take a gentle twist. This might be something you can do throughout the day if you feel your posture starting to go to hell in a handcart. It's a great way to reset. So either looking over your right shoulder or maybe just looking in the direction of your right hip. Take a deep breath in. Twist a little deeper as you exhale. On an inhale, come back through center and exhale to the other side. Oh, did you hear that? My back just exploded. Just kidding, I'm fine. So coming into that twist, maybe looking in the direction of your left hip or over your left shoulder, deep breath in and slow breath out. One more deep breath in and slow breath out. Come back through center on an inhale. Right hand can either come to the side of the chair or if you have a leg of the chair, down the leg of the chair. As you take your left bicep over your ear, push your left butt cheek down, and then side bend, laterally bend over to the right. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. Keep pushing through your left butt cheek, deep breath in and slow breath out. Come back through center, left hand mirrors where the right hand was, right arm up by the ear, inhale. Exhale, laterally bend to the left. You'll notice that my biceps in line with my ears, my shoulders are approximately in the same line. So I'm not letting that right shoulder come forward. And I'm pushing now into my right butt cheek so I'm not passing a fart on my neighbor or if you're in a cubicle setting, or letting that butt cheek lift if you're not flatulating. Is that a word? Let's hope it is. Inhale, come back up through center, both arms reach up. And then exhale, we're gonna take a forward fold. So using the strength of your back, bring your arms out to a T and start to slowly lower. Let the belly hit the thighs first, and then chest, and then chin to or toward your chest as your hands come down to or toward the earth. Stretching out the back muscles. Take a deep breath in. And a slow breath out. To come up, we'll do the same thing. So T the arms, just in reverse. Pull your belly and chest away from your thighs. Use the strength of your back to come all the way up. Take your hands either to the seat or the backs of the chair. Roll your shoulders onto your back. Puff your chest up like a proud lion and start to take the chin up. Maybe the gaze all the way back. Or perhaps you keep it forward and just back bend the middle and the low back. Deep breath in and slow breath out. Bring your chin back up through neutral, your chest, your low back up. You could repeat that sequence 3 more times. So twist, twist, side bend, forward fold, back up into a back bend. We're gonna keep going, but definitely an option if you wanna pause the video. Right foot is gonna stay on the ground. Left foot is gonna come off of the ground. If you're able, you're gonna bring that left ankle over your right knee. If this is something that's not available to you in your mobility, you might get like a footstool or something underneath and place your left foot on a slightly lower surface. We're looking to externally rotate that thigh. So if you can get the ankle to the knee, great, or onto a lower surface, great. Taking the hands behind you, just tipping the belly button towards that calf, looking for that stretch in the outer left hip, maybe even giving a gentle nudge to the left knee to deepen that stretch. No pain in the knee here, just in the hip. So if you have pain in the knee, drop the foot lower. Keep the toes flexed. Breathe and smile. I've already made a fart joke, so this is going well. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Good. Inhale. Draw that left knee back towards the chest, back off with your chest, your hips to set the foot down, and switch sides. So again, either lower surface or up on your knee with your right ankle, flexing the right toes towards the shin, hands behind you to lift the chest, tip the pelvis forward, and then maybe that gentle suggestion of your right hand to your knee. Bringing your awareness once you get into the shape, into what your breath's doing. So nice deep breath in, and slow breath out. I'm giving you such Steve Jobs vibes, by the way, in my all black chair. You're welcome. Deep breath in, slow breath out. To come out, lean back. Take the right ankle off the left knee, planting both feet on the earth. We should still be sitting at the edge of the chair. Take the hands overhead. Brace through the feet. Inhale. And exhale, shift your weight forward, stand up. Literal chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, slowly reach your hips back. If you have a rolly chair, make sure it's braced against the wall or something. Inhale. Exhale, stand it up. Inhale. Exhale, sit it down. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, stand it up. Make sure you fully open the hips. Feet are about hip width distance. And exhale. Last time we'll stand up and stay standing. Inhale, come all the way up. Nice job. Lowering the hands down just to get your legs woken up. I'm from Alabama. We don't really do grammar there. So if you have tight hamstrings, come into this super graciously. If you're not sure you have tight hamstrings, I'm gonna go on a guess that you do. So we're gonna hold on to the back of the chair. Again, if you need, bring the seat of the chair up to a wall so it's not gonna roll away from you. Hands are gonna come to the back of the chair. Feet will be hip width distance. Walk your feet back. Soften your knees to begin. Stick it out. So really stick your butt out, maybe even wiggle it if you're feeling fancy. And then dropping your biceps in line with your shoulders, your ears in line with your biceps, or even if you have the mobility, letting the head hang even further. This is how my shoulders are made. For some people, we're gonna look like this. That's okay. But if your back is starting to round, really bend the knees, stick the booty out, and work towards getting a little bit more of a back bend in our lower and middle spine, okay? So we might be here with deeply bent knees, we might be here with straight legs. Don't worry about what it looks like in comparison. Just aim for a stretch in the backs of the legs and in the shoulders, maybe even in the mid-back. So once you find your spot, take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. Deep breath in, slow breath out. One more deep breath in, slow breath out. To come up, bend your knees if they straightened. Start to roll through the spine, pushing into the hands and feet equally, stepping your feet back in. Turn so that one hand is on the chair, one hand is on the hip, and start to externally rotate the foot away from the chair. So we're gonna work for our balance pose, tree pose, and the foot might just stay on the ground. We might work hands away from the chair and hip, or today this might be it. Perhaps you can graduate that pose a little bit more challenging. Most challenging would be to get the foot as high up into the inner thigh as possible. A little bit in the middle there is foot to the calf. And again, pushing down through the standing leg, seeing if we can take the hands away. Smiling, You can do like a half, you know, like head to the side, very advanced, very advanced. Ugh. And then gently releasing. And we'll go to the other side. Since my chair is highly mobile, I'll move it over. Opposite side, hand to chair, hand to hip, externally rotating that outer leg, bringing the foot to the ankle, maybe staying there. If you want to graduate the pose to calf, or foot to inner thigh, live your dreams. Just live your tree dreams. Do you know? If you're like, I don't have tree dreams, then okay, live your non-tree dreams. Take a deep breath in. Root through your standing leg slowly out. It helps to find one place to gaze at, so maybe staring at that pencil on your desk that you really like, or staring at the back of the head of the person in the office through the glass, you know, whatever. One more breath. Slowly come out, placing that foot back on the ground. Two options here. So if you have super tight hamstrings, if you did that downward facing dog, you're like, oh, whoa, Nelly, then you might work this first option. If it felt pretty open back there, then I'll give a secondary option. So first option for really tight hamstrings, hands are back on the back of the chair. One foot is gonna step behind you, so let's say the left foot. And the left knee is gonna bend. Right heel comes to the ground, right toes off the ground as we bend our torso over, looking to find a stretch in that hamstring. So stay there if that's a sweet spot. If you'd like a little bit more, and you know you have adequate balance, you might be near a wall for support, but taking that right leg up a little bit higher, maybe even toes on the back of the chair to give you a little feedback. And then hinging at the hips, hands can come to the seat of the chair or maybe the back of the chair, being cognizant of that standing leg. You can bend the knee, you can straighten it, just focusing all that attention on the back of our right leg. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Wherever you are, deep breath in, slow breath out. Softly bend your standing leg. Walk yourself out of that, whichever variation you're in, and then switch sides. So likely you'll just stick with the same variation on this side, maybe slightly different. As you come into the stretch, we're looking for that stretch, not snapping in your hamstring. So anytime you feel too much tension, always know you can bend the knee. That will give you some slack. And then also, as you hold this pose, be cognizant or careful not to have this cat back shape. So thinking, can I get my belly button closer to my thigh, my sternum closer to my shin? That flat back is going to help us correct posture that we receive by sitting in chairs for long periods of time. And also it will deepen the stretch for our hamstrings. One more deep breath in. And slow breath out. Softly bend the knees. Very carefully come out, maybe use a wall. This next portion will require that you get actually your back on the ground. So if you're at work and that's just like literally not acceptable, or insert whatever circumstances, just take a seat on the chair and skip to the part where you see me sitting, and we'll do a quick meditation. Otherwise, we're going to come onto our backs and do legs on the chair. So if you need help, you can use the chair to get down to the ground. Our thighs or our legs are going to go across the top of the chair like so. Scooching our hips as close as we can to the legs of the chair, and then lowering ourselves down. And if we want to get a nice chest stretch, we might pinch the shoulder blades together and then take the arms overhead. Either I think this is called the safety dance from the 80s, where your hands are like this, or you can even grab opposite elbows. Just a few breaths here. This is a great pose to help alleviate some stress and tension on your psoas, which is one of our hip flexors. It helps root the femur back into the socket. As we sit, we constrict that muscle. We constrict our hip flexors so they get tight and exhausted and sometimes weak. So this is a great pose to have a more passive experience and to get the feet above the heart, which inversions have lots of benefits in the yoga practice. I won't dive into that today. But taking a couple of breaths here just to decompress, deload. Letting your back feel heavy on the ground. Maybe this is the only time today you get to truly space out or take a break from your emails. But see if you can stay present. So stay present with the sensations in your body, stay present with your breath, and let everything else go. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Stay here as long as you need. Otherwise, start to take the hands back down by the sides. Bring the feet to the seat of the chair. Roll yourself over onto one side. Gently guide yourself up. If you need the chair to help you, use the chair for support. Come back onto the chair. Resume this seated position we began with. So sitting at the front of the seat, feet flat, that 90-degree angle, knees, ankles, hips. Ground the hands down, close the eyes. Just check in with how the body feels now. Before you resume to work, just take 3 conscious, deep breaths. So slow, deep breath in. Hold at the top. Slow, deep breath out. Again, slow, deep breath in. Slow, deep breath out. This last one, inhale. Draw your shoulders to your ears. Squeeze any tension up there. And big breath out. So you let the ears and shoulders fall away from each other. Bring the hands to heart center. Bow your chin towards your chest. Thank yourself for a brief moment of calm, of peace, of dedication to the self. As you enter back into your day, keep even a fraction of this peace, this restfulness. Draw the thumbs to the third eye center, thanking ourselves and each other for this time. Namaste in its simplest form means the light in me honors and acknowledges the light in you.